Today I'm going to be demonstrating 8 different exercises, and I'm going to explain which main muscle groups each exercise works out. Okay, the first exercise I'm going to start with is dumbbell Romanian deadlift. So how I'm going to start out is have the weights hanging in my hands, have my feet shoulder width apart, my knees slightly bent. I'm going to keep my back straight. I'm going to keep my legs straight as I'm lowering the weight and my back straight the whole time. I'm going to go down as low as you can and bring the weight back up. You want to exhale when you're lifting the weight and inhale on the lower. I'm going to show this from the side to see how it looks. Alright, the next exercise I'm going to demonstrate is the regular deadlift. This is going to be done with a barbell and weights. So I'm going to show this one from the side and then I'm going to show it from the front. The regular deadlift, you need to keep your feet shoulder width apart. You keep your back straight. And this time you're bending your knees as you're lowering the weight. So I want to grab the bar with one hand pronated grip, the other hand a supinated grip. Keeping my back straight, weight hanging from my hands. Thrust my hips forward as I pull the weight up and roll my shoulders back. And then slowly lower the weight, keeping your back straight. I want to exhale as I'm lifting the weight. As I'm lowering, I want to inhale. So what it looks like from the front. I want to make sure you thrust your hips forward and roll your shoulders back. Alright, so the next exercise we're going to get to is the sumo deadlift. So for the sumo deadlift, I want to have my feet just outside shoulder width. I want to have my feet pointed at a 45-degree angle outside of my body. Same thing as a deadlift. I want to keep my back straight. And thrust my hips forward and roll my shoulders back on the lift. I want to inhale as I'm lifting the weight. As I'm lowering the weight, sorry. And exhale when you're lifting the weight. I'm just going to demonstrate what it looks like from the side. Alright. Next exercise I'm going to demonstrate is the front squat. So for the front squat, a normal squat, I'd have the barbell. If I was using a barbell, I'd have the barbell on the posterior part of my shoulders, my deltoid. But this time, since we're doing a front squat, we're going to have the weight resting on the anterior part of the deltoid and the upper part of the pectoralis muscle. So for a squat, Want to keep your back straight, feet shoulder width apart. Slowly lower down and stand back up. When you're lowering the weight is where you want to inhale. You want to exhale as you're standing back up. So show what it looks like from the side. Also for the squat, you want to make sure that you keep your toes pointed straight. Next exercise I'm going to get to is alternating lunges. For alternating lunges, you can either do it with barbell on top of your shoulders, or you could do it with the dumbbells hanging from the side. I'm going to demonstrate this one with the dumbbells hanging from the side. Okay, so I want to start off in a straight up position, and I'm going to step out as far as I can and lower the weight, my knee off the ground, just about an inch, and then go back up. I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Lowered to my knees just about an inch off the ground, and explode up. Again, I want to inhale as I'm lowering, and exhale when I'm exploding up. Two exercises I'm going to talk about, which I cannot demonstrate right now, are the back extension exercise and the seated calf raises. Seated calf raises, just like it sounds, I'm going to be seated either in a chair or on a bench. I can have the weight resting on my knees, or I could do this without weight. Just to start off, I'm going to lift like a normal calf raise. I'm going to lift up onto my toes, but in a seated position. And for the back extension, usually there's a machine that can be used, or you can use a bench where you can lie down with your hip meeting the end of the bench and your upper body hanging off the bench. You can do this with a weight or without a weight to start off with. You want to lower your body and then lift back up, squeezing your lower back. So imagine I was laying down right now on the bench. This would be the motion that I would be doing. Now to go back through the exercises, the dumbbell Romanian deadlift works on the hamstring muscles and the gluteus maximus. Same as the deadlift, works out the hamstrings and the gluteus maximus. The sumo deadlift, again, works out the hamstrings and the gluteus maximus. The front squat works out the quadriceps muscles and the gluteus maximus. The back extension works out the lower back muscles. And the alternating lunges works on the hamstring muscles. And the weighted calf raises, the seated calf raises, work on the gastrocnemius muscles.